because what we're having here is an emotional discussion rather than a rational discussion. Okay?
I don't think so.
No, we are, because
I don't think so.
what you're stating, your presumptions are that men and women, we both have these emotional states, and we need to develop these emotional states. I will tell you right now, that's bullshit. Okay. For men and women, for a biological fact between men and women process emotions differently, simply because of our neural wiring. Yes. Okay,
that's true.
So when somebody says get in touch with your feminine side, or I can't believe that you didn't cry during Titanic because you're a guy and you didn't that move you to tears? No, it didn't, because I don't process emotion the same way that a woman does.
That's very true. That's
and
very
so
true.
What we're doing right now is we're trying to force fit men, like reprogram us, our social learning, into a female correct way of doing things. So the correct way to emote is like a woman emotes. And guys are not built for that, because we simply don't have the same neurological wiring for that. But we'll go and we'll say, well, because you can't do that, there's something very, very wrong with you. You must be emotionally stunted. You must not be able to get in touch with your emotions. If you were, you'd be more like a chick. You'd be more like a woman if you could just do that. But the problem is like, if we're going to say, well, we're both all blank slates and we both have the same capacity for emotion and we both have the same capacity for reason and whatever else, when we don't include our biological differences that predispose us to that, emotion is not fucking magic. It is an
100%.
interpretive process. So when you see something, you see the saber-toothed tiger, and you have that adrenaline rush, you get fight or flight. You feel something right there, right then and there. For men, we tend to default to anger. Women tend to default to like crying or being upset. It's the vulnerable sex versus the sex that is really the disposable sex. But we don't process emotion. That's just one aspect of masculinity and femininity that is a conventional fact. But yet we still want to have this woo-woo magical thinking about things and say, well, we're gonna pretend that this Jungian psychology, where we have a female side and a male side, and you're a stunted guy if you can't find some sort of balance. You're already working against your own innate biology to do that in the first place. So that's why we have such a problem. We have gendered ideas about things like strength. That's why I was asking about that. What is your fucking idea of strength? What is that defined as? Is it physical strength?
Well,
is it
that's why I asked
mental
him.
strength?
That's why I asked him.
What does it come down to?
Right.
And in a female correct society, it's always going to be, you got to be vulnerable, and you got to be, you have to have, you get more in touch. A strong man is the guy who is more like a woman, and a strong woman who is more like a man. Imagine that.
Well, I